Hey, good afternoon. It's Jim from JAGfx.com. It is Wednesday, the 23rd of July, 2025. I'm just going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to try to do this every Wednesday. We'll see how we go, see if it doesn't take too long and it doesn't mess up my day too much or my week. What we'll do is we'll have a look at the 8-hour charts. So mainly 8-hour dollar cost averaging and a little bit of high probability type setups. We'll have a look at these on a weekly basis. There is a bit of interest on the 8-hour charts. People are starting to discover that time frame. It's a pretty good time frame if you are a little bit restricted by work or family life. Obviously being 8 hours, there's 3 8-hour candles in a 24-hour period. Now, I'm pretty lucky, other than I don't work, I work from home. But for example, I live in Vietnam, which is Indochina time. The 3 candles for me are 4 a.m. local, but I don't get out of bed till 6:30. So between 4 and 6:30, not much happens anyway, so it's no big deal. My next candle is 12 p.m. lunchtime, and my third candle for the day is at 8 p.m. at night. Depending on your own personal time zone and what your family life is, and if you've got access to computers, etc., it may be a time frame that's worth considering. A lot of people just tend to scoot over from the 4-hour to the daily. Now, as we all know, the daily's been pretty boring lately, so getting on something like the 8-hour charts gives you a bit more action. All right, let's get into them. Let's have a look at the charts. Now, TradingView. Now, keep in mind, I'm not a trade signal provider. You're going to hear a grinder in the background. I've got a construction site right across the road from me, so sorry about that. And he's just cranked it up since I started the video. All right, I'm going to pause the video for a second. Yep, it says I've got to press the pause button, he stops. Right, it's my watch list on the right. As usual, I'm not a trade signal provider, so please don't follow me blindly. Most of these pairs, except a few, Euro Yen, Bitcoin, Aussie Yen to a certain extent, USD, Japanese Yen, they can move a bit, so just be careful. It's a dollar cost averaging with a mix of other setups. So we'll go to one that's actually got some trades on. So nothing changes, still the QMP filter, dots, red and blue dots on the price chart. MACD Platinum I keep on the chart. The only difference is the QQE Advanced, and I think I went through this in one of my other videos. Just have a look at the settings, inputs. So instead of being 183, it's 714 and 1. So there's the settings there. And these overbought, oversold levels for me are at the 60 and 40. You could have 65, 35. You could just trade either side the 50 level. You can go 70, 30. You could even mix up between the overbought and oversold if you wish. Doesn't matter. All right, let's have a look here. All right, I'm sure the dude across the road with the grinders or the cutting tool's just looking across at me, and every time I hit the pause button, he stops grinding. All right, let's get into it. There's nothing on the Oz CAD, so we'll go to the Oz Swiss, maybe. All right, just took a buy on this. Now, you can see it's not an overbought, oversold, but like I said, I still trade the high probability setups. If there's something that gets me a little bit excited, generally that means support, resistance, hidden divergence, something like that, big round number. In this case, it's a support level here. Move this blue line across. It's a buy signal there. So I've just taken a buy signal. Last candle was about 2.5 hours ago, the open of this candle. So I've taken a buy there. There's my notes. MP just means MACD Platinum trade. If it was a QQE trade, I'll have QQE there. S1 just gives me a sequence number. If you go to my spreadsheets, just make it a bit smaller so they fit in the screen. If you go to the shared spreadsheets, come along here, 8-hour DCA. So what did I say that was? The Oz Swiss, there it is there, 23rd of 7th, new buy. MP1, trade 1. Just gives me something to go on. So this is my spreadsheet here. It's the shared spreadsheet. I've been trading this since, I think, January. Let's go up to the beginning. a lot of gaps there. It's making good profit. So there's your last profit levels there, 17,000. Let's go up. Oh, I have a disclaimer too before I forget. All right, first trade, 14th of January 2025. And I started recording on this spreadsheet. Yeah, I've got a disclaimer. I've just changed accounts. Because I started this spreadsheet with a base lot of 0.1, I've left it at 0.1. Even in the last week or so, I've swapped accounts. I'm on a prop firm account. I'm trading a lot smaller than 0.1. I think I'm trading at 0.02, but I'm just keeping this as 0.1 to keep the spreadsheet evenly balanced. Once I work out the prop firm and my drawdowns under control, I'll ramp back up to 0.1. I'm just so you know, you might see a few figures that basically I'll get a result off any of the trades on the prop firm account. I just multiply them by 5 at the moment. I just want to keep this spreadsheet as balanced and as consistent as possible. That's the only reason I'm doing it that way. So for transparency, I'm telling you guys about it. All right, let's get back on the charts. So yeah, so this is just a MACD platinum, a high probability setup. Generally, I wouldn't take this if there was no support or something like that, unless I was hedging a QQE trade. We'll see if we can find an example. So this is going to be slow going. Aussie yen, took one buy here. So there's a hidden bullish divergence, ignoring the QQE advance. It's in no man's land on that. But because I had hidden bullish divergence, I took one trade, MACD platinum below the 0 level, hidden bullish divergence, took a second trade, and my overall break-even's at yellow dash line. So nothing changes there. It's still a dollar cost averaging, but there you go. All right, Aussie New Zealand. Here's a good example. Took a sell here. Come down here, you can see the QQE is well above the 60 level, well above it. So it's a QQE S1 sell. It's come down, and before the QQE's hit the 50 level, I've got this buy signal here. Now, I'd take this buy signal anyway, but it is also hidden bullish divergence. So I've taken the buy, and as you can see, it's a valid buy signal, but it hasn't gone that well for me. In the meantime, price has rolled over back to the downside. Once we've gone through the QQE 50 level, I've closed half of that sell, put a stop in place. Overall break even for both trades is that yellow solid line. So it's at the moment, price has to go up above that because it's a plus there. So it doesn't matter, I'm not too concerned. Could have left it hedged, but it's no big deal. I was actually hedged, locking in it before I closed half of that. Sell there and a buy below it, so I was locking in a profit. So I've just released it, reduced my risk completely on the sell, and now just waiting for another buy signal. That's the Aussie New Zealand. Nothing on the Aussie. Bitcoin, I'm in a little bit of pain, but it's going sideways at the moment. I probably should draw that line on the chart. We're around the 120,000 level at the moment. I should put that on the chart. Give me a second. It's be 120, 1, 2, 3. All right, just so we've got that on the chart. All right, I've taken all these sells here, and as you can see, I don't know why. I've got this little rule, only take buy trades on the Bitcoin, and straight away I've broken it. I've taken sells, and it's just going nowhere fast. But in the meantime, I've taken a couple of buys, so it's not the end of the world. Took a buy here, it's got a stop in place there. It's a hedge, buy, and take another sell there, take another buy there, no big deal. So if price does drop, I'm quite happy to just get out. There's the break even, the yellow dash line for the sells, and the overall break even for all trades is the solid yellow line. So it's, as I said, we're at this 120,000 level, so it's a bit of a pain of a spot at the moment. It's a big round number. This one's 100 level down here. So we're just seeing what's happening at the moment. Looks like we'll probably get stopped out of the buy. That'll adjust the overall break even. Don't think we can take another buy yet. It's all a bit messy, and I've broken one of my own rules, and I'm paying the price for it. But we'll see how we go. CAD Swiss in a sell. Didn't quite make the 60 level. Very close, but not quite. But it was a good setup on the high probability setup, or the MACD Platinum. There's a resistance level and price. Price has ground its way down slowly. MACD Platinum still not through the 0 level, even though the QQE is through the 50 level. I'm just looking at this. It's not a pair I get too stressed about, so we're just going to wait and see. And the previous sell setup was on hidden bearish divergence, so I like that setup. Even the second one, I like that one too. Euro Aussie, another sell MP, which is MACD Platinum only, not above the hidden bearish divergence. Take that every day of the week. Sell there, that's just recent, last candle. And you can see we're above the 0 level there, no problems. I think Euro CAD's pretty much the same setup. Hidden bearish divergence. It's a valid MACD Platinum signal. We're still in a buy. I think I'm just in that buy still, haven't been stopped out. So it's all very tight there. Can't lose on that. And we've got this sell. Euro Swiss in a sell. Again, hidden bearish divergence. They're everywhere on the 8-hour candles. So I took it there. MACD Platinum still above the 0 level, and it's dropping nicely now as we speak. Euro Pound, give me a little bit of grief, but not the end of the world. I took a sell up here. This is QQE S2. You can see it there. There's the first one above the 60 level. It's come down, hasn't made it to the 50 level. I'm not sure if it took a buy in here or not. Probably did. And taking a second sell here. And here you can see too, this is regular bearish divergence times 2 there. So I took a second sell in there. Still haven't come down to the 50 level. In the meantime, taking this buy here, just more of a hedge type trade. Doesn't matter. Overall break even for the 2 sells is the yellow dash line. Overall break even for all 3 trades is that solid yellow line. We're starting to head down now. Now, if we get another sell signal, I will take that and we'll just try and push through down lower. Looking okay at the moment on the Euro Pound. Euro Yen, this is one that can give you a bit of grief, and it is giving me grief. You can see I'm in sells from all the way back here. In sells from all the way back here. I probably went one too early, but as you can see, it's been above the 60. The QQE's been above the 60 all the way across here, and it's just getting down there now. So ideally, I shouldn't have taken that trade and started there. Obviously, my overall break even would be a bit higher. I have taken a few buy trades. I think I did post something in the Telegram group with the 3 buy trades I've taken. So there's a couple of $100 in profit on the buy side. They were mainly hedge type trades. So that's my programmer there, Ginge. So we've got a few heading up. We've cashed in on the buy side, but in the meantime, we're trying to get out of these sells. It's a yen pair. You could drop it off the list if you want. I like a bit of a challenge, obviously. Oops, talk about challenges. This Euro New Zealand took this initial buy here on hidden bullish divergence. It still hasn't gone through the 0 level in the MACD Platinum, and we've had a second buy there. Still hasn't gone through. Got a sell here. Wasn't a valid setup for me, so I'm not taking it. I probably could have looked at it because there is regular bearish divergence there. You can see it if you did it across there and across there. I didn't take the sell. I probably should have in hindsight. No big deal. Because I've started this with hidden bullish divergence, I'm pretty confident I can get out of this maybe. And generally, I'm ignoring the QQE Advanced when I'm looking at just the high probability setups. I'm sorry if I'm moving my mouse around too much, but just have it. All right, Euro USD. Took a buy. It was a QQE buy there below the 40 level. Nice and easy. Hidden bullish divergence also. Took that. It's gone up. As soon as we've gone through the QQE's gone through the 50 level. Closed half. Dragged the stop up. Can't lose on that. So pretty straightforward. Pound Aussie. Getting close to getting stopped out on this buy. Took a buy here. That was a QQE one through the 50 level. Close half. Stopped, being dragged up. Can't lose on that. In the meantime, taking this sell, and it was based on hidden bearish divergence, and it's gone against me right from the get-go, but now starting to drop down back to the entry level, and the MACD pattern still above the 0 level. So I'm basically trading a couple of different systems on the same charts, just trying to give me as many trades as possible. Right, pound CAD, we're going to sell back here, and that was a QQE 50, that's S1, there it is there. Already closed half, drag the stop down, can't lose on that. S2 was a buy, taking on the hidden bullish divergence, which I love, took that. It's gone against me. It's come down, taking a second one. Now here's an example of where you get hidden bullish divergence followed by regular bullish divergence. I like that setup, and it's probably not doing me any favors at the moment. It actually touched through my overall break even there, but it didn't push through enough, or I wasn't at the computer, or it wasn't the end of a candle to be above it, so I couldn't get out. No big deal. We'll still keep on going, even though the MACD platinum's through the 0 level now. We're basically, there we go. We're basically took another sell here, hidden bearish divergence, so we'll see how that goes. So again, break even for the two buys. Sequence 2 trades is that yellow dashed line. Overall break even for sequence 2 and sequence 3 is the yellow solid line. I'm not even looking at sequence 1, that's a standalone. I probably could, if I added that to the mix, that overall break even would be right down here somewhere. But we're going to try and work our way, not worry about that one. Sequence 2, sequence 3, we'll see if we can get out of that. Pound Swiss, maybe, if it's taking a sweet time. So, geez, what's going on here? Yeah, my Wi-Fi is a little bit sketchy today, so I just had to pause for a second. All right, this one's one that I probably got in too early, a bit premature. So you can see we're in a lot of trades on this pair. It's not too bad. It's a pair that I don't get too stressed about. So sequence 1, we're in all these buys, up to trade 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think one of these is on a trend line break. Yeah, that one there is a trend line break. Not sure, I'm still not sure if trend line break trades are a good idea. They work out about 50% of the time, so I'm not convinced on them. But I still do them. Because when they pay off big time. But it's not probably the smart thing to do. So we've got lots of buys, taking a few sells in the meantime. And we're another sell here with S2. So again, the solid yellow lines, the overall break even, and the dashed yellow line, they're both pretty close together. It's just for the buys. So we'll just wait and see if we can get a few pips out of this, and we'll try and drive this up. Now you look at this. It's been below the 50 level for a long time too. We get another buy trade here. Will obviously bring down the overall break even, and it gets closer all the time, especially when you start to consolidate. Pound New Zealand, the Wi-Fi is dodgy today, as I think I'm going to sell here. Yeah, in a sell trade on the last candle, Now this is just a triple top, basically, or resistance level and price. You can see all of it straightforward trading. New Zealand CAD. It's been giving me some grief, but we're starting to get some, on the daily it's been giving me grief. Here's another example of hidden bullish divergence followed by regular bullish divergence. The 1, 2 and divergences. I've called it many times in daily videos. It comes up a lot more in the 8 hour, obviously. 3 times as much action. So we've got a buy here, and that was a QQE buy, so it just went below the 40 level, and we've got the hidden bullish divergence. So it's a good setup. Took the buy, generally hasn't gone that far, dropped down, ignored the sell. Took the second buy in here, and again after that 1, 2, and it's still below the 40 level, and overall break even's that yellow dashed line, and I'm not going to take any action until this pokes through the 50 level, and it's heading there now, which is good. In the meantime, start drawing these potential divergences coming the other way, in this case potential hidden bearish divergence. Let's keep on adjusting them until they're no longer valid. So looking good on New Zealand CAD. New Zealand Swiss, a little bit messy this one. Started taking buys back here. Now this is a legit QQE trade. This shows you when it gets a little bit messy. So here it's below the 40, and it still hasn't been above the 50 level all through since there. When's that? 16th of June, so over a month. I think there's a trendline break one in here somewhere. Might have been. Yeah, that one there was a trendline break trade. Again, very similar to the other one. Probably not sure I should have taken it. Looking for another buy. Hopefully another buy coming up. There's a blue dot on the MACD platinum below the 0 level. We've got this big regular bullish divergence. QQE's got to go back to the 0 level eventually. It's an oscillator. That's what they do. I've taken a few sells here. I was actually going to start closing out the sells because I've got 3 sells on. But the good thing about the sells is most of them are taken on hidden bearish divergence. So I'm quite happy just to close out the buys if I can and ignore the sells for now, then try and work my way back out of the sells. So that's the plan. But there's a lot of trades happening at the moment. There's all my 2 sequences, basically sequence 1, sequence 2. Sequence 1 a buy, sequence 2 sells. Bit of a mixed bag. We're in no man's land at the moment between both the break-evens. New Zealand USD, we're in a buy hopefully. Again, we just keep on adjusting these lines until they're no longer valid. Potential hidden bearish divergence setting up. Like I say, potential until it's confirmed. Took a buy, QQE advanced buy, already closed half. I lied. Took a, buy 1, buy 2, buy 3. So there's 3 buys. Break even level, we're through, no worries. And the QQE's gone through the 50 level. So close trade 1, close trade 2, partial close on trade 3, stop and place in the remainder. Hopefully it'll just keep on going up. I'm going to trail this stop up and get it on the other side of the entry. I generally trail the stop just below the 20 simple moving average, which is this yellow dotted line. So looking good on New Zealand USD. USD CAD in nothing. I actually got out of my sell. You wouldn't believe when I got out of it. Right on the open of that big bearish candle. It was just looking ugly. MACD platinum through the 0 level. I thought, it's going nowhere. Just close the trade. Give myself an uppercut. USD Swiss franc. Right. We're in again, we had the hidden bearish divergence there. So we took the sell. So it's just a MP, MACD platinum or high probability trade, no dramas. It's come up against me. I've ignored that buy. It's in no man's land. But then you can see that the QQE's gone above the oversold level, and we've got the 1, 2 and divergences again. We've got the regular, the hidden followed by regular. Take the sell, which is just trade 2. It's come down nicely. MACD Platinum, because this is based on the MACD Platinum through the 0 level. Closed trade 1, which was in here. Closed partial on trade 2. Stop just above the MA20, which is just inside the trade 2. Can't lose on that. Keeps on dropping. Trail the stop down. USD Japanese yen, very similar, except this is a QQE right from the get-go. So here's my first one. And hidden divergence, hidden bearish divergence, which is good. So I've got a couple of different factors there. And we're followed by the regular divergence again. So the 1, 2 and divergences, very strong signal. And it's started heading down. Came through the QQE 50 because this is based on the QQE. Closed trade 1, sell here. Partial close on trade 2. Stop and place, can't lose overall. In the meantime, again, start drawing these trend lines in for potential hidden bullish divergence. And you also keep an eye on the QQE advance. And the last one you probably can't see below there. I could just finish the video without even talking about silver. Another one that I always said to myself, only go long, Jim, only go long, only go long. And what are you looking at on the chart? Shorts, shorts, and shorts. Idiot. I might pay the price for that, but not the end of the world. So we're going to try and work myself out of these sells. In the meantime, I'll take any buys that present and start taking a few buy trades. Right, probably getting close to a high there. Well, we broke through the high. So we're in a couple of buys. So there's one buy there with a stop. Second buy, I've closed half of that too. Stop and place. So can't lose on both the buys. So hopefully we just start accumulating a bit of profit on the buy side, where we can start look at maybe pruning a sell trade or two or something like that, depending on how much profit we make on the buys. Yeah, I've messed up here a bit. Overall break-ins, yellow solid line, and for sequence 2 is that yellow dashed line. So it's a fair distance. Sequence 3, sell, buy, sell. Sell, sell. Yeah. So I went another sequence. I don't know what I was thinking. Sequence 3 is a QQE, I think. There it is there, yeah. So I've got 2 different sort of sell sequences going, adding to my punishment. Now that's it for the 8-hour chart. So I've probably rushed that a little bit. It's a bit all over the place. I've got a bit of a sore throat. I haven't talked to anyone for about 3 days. And I start doing a video and I realise that my throat's pretty knackered. Yeah, so you're just trying to do as many trades as possible using the one chart setup. If you get a good signal on the MACD Platinum, take it. If you use it for hedging, take it. You know, so. But I like this dollar cost averaging. We've been talking about a lot, especially the Telegram channels. And you know, as everyone knows, we're sort of building an EA to do this for us. Never seen a good EA that does divergences yet, so maybe that's one thing we could work on sometime in the future. Right, boys and girls, I'll get this uploaded and get back into my EA testing since I'm getting all these messages from Ginge annoying me. All right, thank you. See ya.